In this episode, we'll discuss section builders in both WordPress and ProcessWire. WordPress doesn't provide a section builder feature out of the box. However, several plugins exist that can bring in this functionality. The Advanced Custom Fields plugin, which we covered in earlier episodes, contains the flexible content field, which can achieve this feature. It allows you to define a number of sections or layouts, each with their own set of custom fields, which can be added to a page in a controlled manner. Let's go ahead and demonstrate this feature. I'll go to the Custom Fields section and add a new field group. I'll call it Section Builder. And now we want to add a flexible content field, which will contain each of our layouts. So let's click the Add Field button and first name it. Let's make sure to use the flexible content type. And now, as you can see here, we can add each of our layouts. So let's add a layout called body copy. And this layout will only have one field. Let's give it a what you see is what you get editor field. Let's now add another layout. Let's scroll back up and hit add new. And as you can see, we have another field for adding another layout. Let's call this one block quote. And this layout will contain two fields. The first field for block quote will be the quote itself. We can use a what you see is what you get editor field for that. And now let's have an author for that quote, and that can be a simple text field. Let's add yet another layout. This one will be called photo gallery. And for this layout, let's simply add a gallery field. We'll call it images and choose the gallery option, which is provided by Advanced Custom Fields. Let's also have this gallery have the ability to have a description. We'll keep that as a simple text field. And as you can see, you can add as many layouts as you want, providing a streamlined experience for adding sections in a controlled fashion. So let's go ahead and save our changes. And now let's edit a page. And if you scroll down, you will see our section builder section, which gives us the ability to add rows. Upon clicking the add row button, you are presented with each of the layouts that we created. So let's add body copy. And as you can see, it provides a body copy layout, which has one field called body. We can add another row. Let's use block quote. And we now have our block quote, which has two fields. And we can add yet another row, which is the gallery section, which as we defined has two fields as well, images and description. And you can drag and drop these into a custom order as well. You can remove them. You can also toggle them so that you have a more streamlined and manageable way to reorganize them. And by using Advanced Custom Fields along with some related markup, you can create a very streamlined editing experience. In ProcessWire, there are a number of different ways that page sections can be built. However, the most streamlined way to go about it that is analogous to the flexible content field as we saw in WordPress is to use the repeater matrix field, which is part of the ProField suite of fields for ProcessWire. As you can see, we're looking at the documentation for the repeater matrix field shown here. I've already gone ahead and installed the repeater matrix field. So let's go ahead and create a section builder field that takes advantage of this field type. Let's use the repeater matrix field. And now we can configure each of the layouts under the Details tab. Let's click Add New Matrix Type and name our first matrix type field. For this body copy field, we only need a body field. We have some other options here, which we can leave as is. Let's add another matrix type, and let's call this one block quote. The block quote will have a body field for the quote, and we also want to have a field to represent the person who stated the quote. We can use any one of our existing fields here. I'll simply use the title field, and let's add our third matrix type. We'll call this one photo gallery, and this field should have the ability to upload images, so we'll use our images field, and we can also give it a description using the body field. And then we have some other settings, such as what we want to call the label for adding a new item, and some other settings as well. We'll leave those on the default options and save our changes. Let's go ahead and assign this field to the basic page template and put it after the title. And now if we edit a page that utilizes the basic page template, you can see our section builder field, which we just created using the repeater matrix field type. And it has the ability to add each of the matrix types. So if we add body copy, it will provide us with one field since we only assign one field to the body copy matrix type. We can also add a block quote, which has two fields as we assigned, and photo gallery, which has two fields as well, which include images and body. We can drag and drop them into a new order. We can assign multiple matrix types. And we can even use this option here to disable the field while still keeping it. We can toggle the fields up and down like this. And this provides a nice controlled section building feature for ProcessWire.